WNYathletics.com would like to thank today's sponsors. Howard Hanna Real Estate Services. Ready to sell your home? Visit howardhanna.com today. Howard Hanna. Home happens here. Western New York Immediate Care, with 4 convenient locations in the Buffalo area: Amherst, Buffalo, Depew, Lancaster, and Orchard Park. Western New York Immediate Care is now offering telemedicine services to provide you care anytime, anywhere. Visit WNY Immediate Care on-site or virtually at WNYimmediatecare.com. Logistics Plus Buffalo is your go-to resource for all your transportation needs. LP moves freight of all shapes and sizes all across the world. Call LP Buffalo today at 716-877-9653 or email buffalo@logisticsplus.com. AdPro Sports. AdPro is the largest team sports dealers and brand merchandise providers in the nation. For a variety of custom merchandise solutions, from apparel to promotional items, visit adprosports.com. Empire Electric. For all your home, business, or office electrical needs, call Empire Electric at 716-634-0330. Free estimates and financing available for all customers. Empire Electric. Call 716-634-0330.
It is our goal to be able to conduct our athletic contests in a first-class, safe, and sportsmanlike.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Western New York Athletics. My name is Jacob Fyak. Alongside me is Francis Beck, as we're live here on our Western New York Athletics YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook page here at Lackawanna High School for a Class C Central League matchup between the Lackawanna Steelers at home as the road matchup of the Eden North Collins Raiders gets set and ready to try and get this undefeated season done in a way for for Lackawanna. Lackawanna has been the tough opponent in Class C, but Eden North Collins trying to come in here to set the tone as they did last season in their matchup as well.
Yeah, battle for first place in the Class C Central on the line. Doesn't get any better than this. We have a great matchup between these two quarterbacks, Matt Sweet for Eden and then Billy Geschel for Lackawanna. Two quarterbacks, contrasting styles. They still are going to be pretty productive, and that's what it's going to come down to this afternoon.
Lackawanna continued their impressive start last week. They defeated Depew 12-6 to go move to 4-0 on the year. A tough league battle in the Class C Central Division, but nonetheless, the win was a win. Depew led the way throughout the half up 6-0, but the Steelers went on to score 2 touchdowns in the second half and shut down Depew's offense the rest of the way. Head coach Adam Tardif thought the battle of the trenches was key. The offensive line played and performed well, and the defense was dominant. Depew ended up with 132 yards of total offense. As for Eden North Collins, they cruised to a 31-8 victory over JFK last week. Head coach Rick Weber said that everything that went right in last week's win went right. The Raiders shut out JFK in the first half, 31-0, and it took one rushing touchdown in the third quarter in order to break JFK's goose egg. The Raider offensive line did well in their blocks as everything seemed to be clicking. Defensively, JFK did not have a first down in the entire first half. JFK finished the game with 133 of total yards of offense.
Jake, this game, I think it's going to be real. We were talking about pregame what we expect. Well, history says this is going to be a close game. Last 2 seasons have been decided by 6 points or less. I was talking to Coach Weber just before the game. He said both games came down to the last play. Lackawanna won last year. Eden won the year before. I believe both of these quarterbacks played in both of these games. I know at least they played in last year's game. So these teams know each other very well. They know what to expect, and I think we're going to be in for a fun one this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely, and fun is the theme of today's day. As last night we had a lot of fun football games as well between Canisius Lancaster. I was at Maryville when they took on that Castanega Valley Maple Grove squad that all led into very close, tight games. Had some upset victories as well as Hamburg defeated Sweet Home and Kenmore West defeating Williamsville East.
Yeah, Williamsville East, Will East and Sweet Home played in that thriller last Saturday. Will East beat Sweet Home 42-35, but It looks like, I don't know if both teams were still a little bit hungover from that game, but they lost. Kenmore West comes out with their rushing attack and gets that one, and then Hamburg is able to defeat Sweet Home. So right now, McKinley, after their win last night, they have full control of Class A too.
And let's now head over to the national anthem. And as national anthem comes to an end, let's get through the game plans here for Lackawanna. Starting off with them, they talked about how Eden North Collins has great control of the offense when they have time of possession. So the key is going to be to get their big guys up front and need to make the tackles right away to get these guys into quick 3 and outs. Eden North Collins is known to have some misdirectional plays in their arsenal, and that's another going to be a big focus to make sure the defense of Lackawanna is able to sniff those out right away. As for the Raiders, they watched film on Lancaster from a few different games, and they believe that, for Eden North Collins' perspective, they are the underdog in this game, even though that they played last year and Eden picked up that win. Knowing that Lackawanna has some added arsenal to the game plan, the coach wants to make sure this team stays healthy and everyone plays the best football that they can do at each of the respective positions.
Jake, if I'm Eden North Collins, the way I'm approaching this game, I'm going to try to run the ball, keep it on the ground, shorten the game as much as possible, and give as few possessions as I can to this explosive Lackawanna offense, because that's exactly what they want to do with quarterback Billy Geschel, a kid who can throw the ball around like no one else.
And Joe Kingsley.
So Lackawanna will be kicking off to start off this game. Eden North Collins will be getting the ball first. And take a quick look of the weather. So far it is 62 degrees outside, partly cloudy skies as well. And as I'm looking through here up until around 3 and 4 p.m., Francis, it just seems like the rest of the way just going to be cloudy skies and into the early 60s throughout the rest of the game. So at least having an overcast, but nonetheless, football on this grass field, no rain at all, so should be a nice even playing field for both squads.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of grass fields anymore. A lot of these schools are going to turf, but Lackawanna still has the grass, and It gives it a nice old school feeling. You're starting to see a couple leaves on the ground as well. You can tell we're starting to move into fall. It's not the oppressive heat that we see in the first couple weeks of the season. Just perfect football weather.
Yeah, absolutely. And as they've now hit officially into October, with today being Saturday, October 1st, as once we start moving along this month, you'll see those temperatures gradually decline up until the point where even with playoffs rolling around, you might even get some snow action like we've had the past couple of times at Highmark Stadium for sectional playoffs.
Yeah, don't be surprised if we see snow even before then. Yeah, we've had some great games in the snow, and whoever can bear the elements will certainly, it'll pay off for them. Looks like the ball's having trouble staying on the tee right now for Lackawanna.
Yeah, so it looks like going to have an extra person just hold on to the ball, be their placeholder. So Justin Page kicking off for Lackawanna. Brendan O'Donnell from Eden North Collins being one of the kick returners for today. Lackawanna 4-0 overall. Eden North Collins 3-1. See what happens in today's game as kickoff is underway. It's right around the 15-yard line, trying to get that extra block and to cut it to the outside. Past the 25, and looks like they'll officially spot it right around the 27-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will start off with their first offense of possession of the game. And coming out is their guy, number 12, Matt Sweet, the senior captain. Been a nice dual threat player, not only in the air but also on the ground as well, and has been a very dominant player on the defensive side of the ball as well. He had 132 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns in last week's win over JFK. Now he's under center, getting that direction play to him as he cuts right up the middle and maybe have gotten back to the line of scrimmage to set up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, the Eden offense has 2 formations, the one you just saw and then a spread. So this one you just saw is actually similar to what West Seneca East runs. Think back to when they had Sean Dolek and they would have multiple guys in the backfield. So Sweet in this formation actually sometimes lines up as the running back, and that time he did there. Now he's under center though.
Here's a snap and the give. I believe that might have been Page that was in that pile, moving forward past the 30, right around, let's say, the 32-yard line. Pick up about 6 yards to set up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, whenever you go into a game and you think you're undermatched on the line, it's always good to start out with to test it right away. See what the deal is. Maybe the defense comes in a little overconfident, thinking we're going to beat them, up the middle. We just have to worry about the outside. But if you're able to come in the first few snaps, able to make a statement, you can run the ball, it really opens up your offense.
So now Sweet is under center. But they're down about 4 yards ago. Toss play to the outside. Trying to cut it back up. Fumble on the play. Did Lackawanna end up recovering it? See the official word from the head official. It's going to be 4th down. So luckily the Raiders recovered it. May have gone back to the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless, it's a 4th down. A great stop by the Lackawanna Steelers defense.
Yeah, that was a great job by the linebacker, Justin Page, number 14, setting the edge and forcing that was Yon to go back inside, and there was really nothing there for him.
So now they're setting up in their punt formation. 2 punt returners up for Lackawanna. The running boot, getting it past the midfield marker, rolling inside the 40 and right around the 38-yard line, and that is where the Steelers will start off with their first offense of the game. And coming out for them has been some of their star players is number 3 for Lackawanna. That is Billy Getchell there, their senior quarterback and captain, as well as some of their senior guys at wide receiver at Shaheem Smalls and Ashlyn Alexander Hall. And we'll see what they try to start off with their formation. Right now, Kachal looks like he's just about to be under center. Now he is with the 2 wide receivers set. Now he'll move back out. Here's a snap. Trying to cut it to the outside, getting some room and more to the 45 and down at the midfield marker. More than enough for one play of Lackawanna's offense to equal a 1st down as he's taken around the 47-yard line in Eden, North Carolina's territory.
Yeah, simple handoff to Antoine. Threets, they're one of their top rusher on Lackawanna. They're out of the pistol formation. He takes it to the right side, gets a big gain. Leading rusher.
Life can be full of
Yard. If you're Lackawanna.
First down and 10. Give it back over to Threets to the 45 and tackled right away at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 8 yards.
Yeah, great play on the left side. These tackles are making major holes for their running back. This is just simple plays to the outside, just off tackle, and it's up to those tackles to win their battles line. Right now they're doing that.
Yeah, another guy to worry about in that running attack, if they keep going with it, is Shamar Ware, who's their senior running back. He's had 8 carries for 70 yards on the season. But right now they're still keeping Threets, their senior running back, right next to Kachel. Another handoff to him, shaking off one defender, and immediately wrapped up by 2 more Raider defenders. One of the guys there on the tackle was number 69, Tommy Blaze. But more than enough for a Steelers first down.
So what does Lackawanna do? They spread out, go to their spread look, 2 receivers on a side, and they still hand it off up the middle. They want to show that their running game is going to be a force today and something Eden is going to have to account for all game long.
Now into the shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers set, trips to the left, 1 to the right. Here's a snap, looking quickly to the left side. Quick curl route, passing caught, picking up the first down and more. Officially taken down right at around the 20, a pickup of about 17, and that officially puts Lackawanna in the red zone.
Yeah, just a simple pass out to the left side. Eden receiver, I think, was playing a little too far off the ball, and he just kind of sits in there. I believe that was Page out there. He just kind of sat in the zone and made the catch for the first down.
They stick with that 4 wide receiver set. This time they flip-flop the movement of their receivers. Kachel trying to evade it right away, and he is thrown down immediately. That was number 62 in on trying to make that sack attempt. Joey Battleson, the junior, and one of the key players on this Eden North Carolina's defense. 22 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss. Had a sack in last week's win against JFK, and you saw there with that pass rushing ability there by Battleson.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key to keep Geschel, put Geschel on his back, not let him in the pocket and make plays. Because if you give him time, he will find a man downfield to make a play.
2 tailbacks set, 3 wide receivers. 2 to the right, 1 to the left of Geschel. This second down and 10. This time they give it back over to Threets. Trying to cut it to the outside. Spin move and taken down immediately at the 15 at around the 12-yard line. It was actually number 4, Amir Douglas, the sophomore, coming up on his first carry of the game and setting up a 3rd down and short.
Yeah, Douglas, just a simple run to the outside. Only a sophomore, 80 yards on the season, but you know they want to get him involved in this one's very senior-heavy line, senior-heavy rushing attack. They're already looking for next year to build on who will be their running back of the future.
So it's now 7 yards on that carry by Douglas. So he stands right next to Geschel. The snap, the pass, and it sails well over the receiver, and it falls incomplete, too much to his left side. The intended receiver was the senior, Shaheem Smalls. Set up a 4th down and 3.
Yeah, it looks like Smalls and Geschel weren't quite on the same page. They're a ball little in front of Smalls, so I think they need to regroup here as they get set for this important 4th down.
All right, now I don't see Threets out there right now in a running back. They do have Shamar Ware to the left of Geschel, 2 wide receivers, and now a flag has been thrown. So that'll move him back 5 yards, and that is a killer when you're trying to move down the field. You're there, you're close, 12 yards away from the end zone. Now I mean, pushes you back 5 yards.
You go 4th and 3, and I think with the way your line's been pushing, that's it. I think you try to run that one up the middle or to the outside, But now 4th and 8, I think it kind of forces your hand if you're Lackawanna. You have to throw the ball. And, now this defensive line can pin their ears back and go after Geschel.
2 wide receivers motioning from left to right. They go on each side of Kitchell as Douglas and Ware are right by their quarterback. And another false start penalty, moving them back 5 more yards.
Yeah, it looks like they weren't on the same page and when that snap and what the snap count was, and it's going to make it 4th and very long, 4th and about 13, not where you want to be, especially after the way this drive starts so promising for the Steelers team, and now it's all in Eden's hands to make the stop.
14 to go.
This time they go 4 wide. Trips to the right, once to the left. Threets. Looks like he's in the backfield. Here's the snap. Pressure. Downfield. Page. And he snags it for the touchdown. One-handed grab. Beating by his defender. And the opening drive leads to 6 for Lackawanna.
And you can see the replay here, just perfect. Oh, Odell Beckham catch almost on the ground. I think he may have used his hip to pull that in. I don't know how else he did that, but it's going to make it 6-0. That was a Sports Center top 10 like play.
Oh, the 20-yard plus touchdown pass from their quarterback, Billy Kitchell, over to Justin Page, as they will now go for the 2-point conversion. 1 with 4 wide, the snap, the pass, and this will fall incomplete, too high to his intended receiver, and Shaheem Smalls. But with 6:42 remaining in the first quarter, Lackawanna responds right away with a beautiful catch by number 14, the senior Justin Page, to help Lackawanna go up 6-0 in this early lead. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses, and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation.
And welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics, as Billy Yon, the junior for Eden North Collins, was on the return.
With 6:35 to go in the first quarter.
All right, so if you're Eden North Collins, you got a little bit of taste of these guys. You know what you can do, you know you can't. So I would say stick with your game plan, try to run up the middle, and then go to the outside. I would say stick with that big bird tight formation you have first. See if you can get something on the outside and the far side, and then go back to your spread game.
Right now they put at the 35-yard line. Here's the snap, and the option misdirection, and immediately it's going nowhere. Right at the line of scrimmage, the ball carrier for Eden North Collins is number 2, Connor Baker, the senior. Didn't see who made that tackle along the left edge for the Steelers defense, but a phenomenal job sniffing out that misdirection right of play, because you could see that double option read and sometimes a triple option read seen by their formation. But the Steelers able to find that out and give it no gain.
That's why you have to watch a lot of film on offenses that run this formation, because there's so many ways they can do it, and it's handoffs in such tight corners.
Here comes Sweet, feeling the pressure right away, trying to throw it downfield, and he had his receiver, but it fell incomplete right at around the first down marker. And once again, it was Baker that was the intended receiver. And quickly in 2 plays, it goes from a 1st and 10 to a 3rd and 10.
That right there shows the speed of Matt Sweet. He had Sunday coming down on him, and he manages to get away from the pressure. He gets around the official who was in the backfield and gets that pass away, almost caught by Connor Baker. Would have made an amazing play, but it's going to set up 3rd down for Eden.
Now you mentioned about Sunday Ike Guanu, the senior defensive end, and the left tackle as well. Also a Trench Trophy nominee as well. Man motioning from right to left. Sweet trying to go quickly downfield, and a miscommunication as this ball falls incomplete. Tyson Slatane, the junior, was the intended receiver, and a 3 and out, and the punting unit comes out for the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't know if they were supposed to read the defense and come up with a route there, or they were just, he had the wrong route, but I think Slating thought to go inside. Sweet thought he was going outside. If he did, it probably would have been enough for the 1st down, but pass goes incomplete. It's going to force another Eden punt.
Here's the boot. Down to the 35, and it rolls at the 30, at the 25-yard line. So a nice start for Lackawanna in the 1st quarter as they will jog back out on the field. Their offense jogging back out onto the field, to be exact, as they'll get ready to try to pack on more points.
Yeah, and if you're this Lackawanna offense, I think you can pretty much do anything you want. You could run out the pistol. You could throw out a shotgun. So the question is, what do they want to do? Right now it's Coach Tardif and his coaching staff can pick what they want to do right now because Eden hasn't really been able to stop it.
Right now, Threefs is in there at running back. They go 4 wide, 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Here's the snap. Draw play. Threets trying to cut it to the outside. Trying to hold on to the ball. Still staying on. Initially, that looked like that was number 62, Joey Battleson, that was there to initially stop Threets from getting any forward progress. See, they officially spot this ball. They got us close to around, I want to say maybe the 21-yard line. Lost about 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, we could hear the Lackawanna coaches in the booth here saying, hold on to the ball, and he was holding a little bit loose towards the end there. Sometimes when you're going down like that, it's just easier. Hold on to the ball, take the yardage. Don't try to be a hero on plays like that.
Out of shotgun formation. Trying to go downfield. This pass is almost caught by Shaheem Smalls, and it will fall incomplete. There was a lot of contact as the flags were thrown immediately as Matt Sweet was in at safety.
I think that was, though, number 9, the safety, Carson Tajera. I think they're going to say he led with his head. I think that's why they're throwing the flag there. I didn't think he hit the head, but it was awfully close there. Yeah, I think that.
So we'll see they officially put this ball. So they got it right at the, looks like that 38 maybe, 39-yard line?
Yeah, 38-39. They're still about a yard short or so of the 1st down. So luckily for Eden, he didn't give away the 1st down, but he gave away a lot of yardage there.
Cachell has his offense going 4 wide, running back next to him, looking downfield, and this pass is caught. And a 1st down for the Steelers. Getchell there trying to throw a dart there and able to make the grab. Looked like that was number, I want to say that looked like probably number 5, Ashlyn Alexander Hall, the senior.
Yeah, he's one of their top receivers. That time he made a great play. The ball was actually behind him, but he's able to pull back and make the catch as his body was going away from the ball.
Sticking with that same formation, this time Threets on the right side of Cachell. Here's the snap, looking quickly to the right side. Now trying to go downfield, and it's almost caught, but it's bobbled and incomplete by Alexander Hall, the senior. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that one right in his hands. He's got to bring that in the bread basket. So big break for Eden there on that one. Not getting any pressure. This offensive line for Lackawanna in that play doing a great job in the shotgun, keeping the keeping the defensive line for Eden to the outside, allowing Geschel to step up in the pocket and really see what's going on downfield.
So they've had multiple opportunities to move this offense downfield. Almost had a touchdown opportunity, but went through the hands of their receivers to set up now a 2nd down and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Less than 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Draw play now up to the midfield marker and officially at the 49-yard line of Eden North Collins territory. Just gaining a little bit extra yards, trying to inch forwards to the 1st down marker.
Yeah, it's, I think if you're Lackawanna, I like that play call. You go back to the run game, get a few yards up the middle, show that you're the boss optimally in the trenches, and set yourself up for a 3rd and manageable.
So they have Page and Smalls on the left side in at receiver, and Alexander Hall to the far right. Looks like he's got one-on-one on the right side. Now Smalls motions from the left side, stays over there, over to Douglas, trying to cut through, ended up coughing it. Ball is on the ground. Multiple Eden North Collins players and Lackawanna players. Who has the ball?
Eden coaching sideline believes they have it. We'll see.
So Lackawanna recovered it, and with a bit of luck as well on their side, when they recovered it, it was past the 1st down marker.
That's one way to get a 1st down. It's not recommended, but you can certainly get it that way. Ball carrier carrying the ball a little loose. It was popped out, went in the air, and unfortunately, Eden isn't able to come up with it, and it lands just over the 1st down marker, and that's a big break for Lackawanna.
Yeah, that was Douglas there. That was the ball carrier that coughed up the ball, but he's back in, along with the other running back, Shamar, with the Shamar Ware as well as Getchell trying to go downfield. It's caught by Alexander Hall past the 40 and down officially at around the 37-yard line. So I'll bring up now 2nd down.
And that's a lot of trust there from Geschel. He had a guy right in his face, but he still makes the pass because he knows that Alexander Hall is going to be in the right spot, and he makes the play for a very good gain on 1st down.
And you still see that confidence that Getchell is having for Alexander Hall after that touchdown dropping pass, but he's one of their main guys, and he's shown it so far throughout this season. 10 receptions, 174 yards, 3 touchdowns coming into this game. Snap over to Threets, trying to cut it to the outside with one man to beat, able to shake off one, still on his feet. Now he's wrapped up and tackled down. See where they officially spot the ball. He may have gotten about a couple of yards, close to the 35. That'd be about a 2-yard pickup.
It looked like it was Slading who came in first and made the initial contact, and then the rest of his teammates came in later after he lost his grip, and were able to prevent him from picking up the 1st down.
So less than a minute ago here in the first quarter. Big 3rd down here coming up for the Steelers offense. Just try to keep the offense going. Tire out this Raiders defense. Getchell, snap, the give, the handoff is to Ware, picking up the 1st down and more, past the 30 and taken down right at the 25-yard line, a pickup of exactly 10 yards, and another Lackawanna 1st down.
I think that was kind of a response to the last play. Lackawanna coaching staff say, hey, we just want to go right up the middle. We want to show our linemen we trust them, and right now their linemen delivered on that last play. They were able to get a big gain.
And that is what you do on these long drives. Try to tire out this defense. Less than 10 seconds to go. They're in formation as if they're going to try and get a playoff. Let's see if they actually do. 2 seconds left. 1 second left. The play is off. Here comes Getchell trying to throw it downfield. Alexander Hall, and it falls incomplete. And a beautiful job, text point defense there by number 5, Billy Yon, the junior. That's one of the hardest things to do as a defender, is to turn your back when you have a receiver that's able to get by you. Just put your hands up, and hopefully it ends up deflecting the ball, and that's what exactly he did.
And he saw the receiver's eyes, so he knew when it was coming, and he was able to keep his hands up, and he was doing it. He was able to do it without touching the receiver. Clean defensive play.
So with that, the first quarter officially comes to an end. Lackawanna up on Eden North Collins 6-0 on their home field. We'll take a break in the action, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the second quarter.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Section 6 Class C Central League matchup here between Lackawanna and Eden North Collins. Thank you guys for tuning into this broadcast. My name is Jacob Fyock. Alongside me is Francis Beck, as so far the Steelers have the only score so far, and it was off a beautiful catch by Justin Page and off a beautiful thrown ball from their senior quarterback, Billy Getchell. But since then, it's been a nice little back-and-forth battle, but right now, Lackawanna, they look like they are knocking on the door. Here comes the sophomore, Amir Douglas, cutting to the outside, and he will jog it into the end zone for another Steelers touchdown. In one play in the second quarter, Lackawanna able to extend their lead to double digits.
You know, the pistol is one of my favorite formations in all of football because it just gives you so many options. You're able to be in the shotgun, but your running backs are able to get a head start, and that's what happened there. The running back was able to get a head start. He found his hole on the right side of the offensive line, then bounced to the outside for the 6.
They'll line up for the attempt after.
Here's out for the 2-point conversion. Getchell handed off to Douglas once more, trying to break through, and he's in. Penalty markers down. Line judge officially calls it the 2-point conversion good, but right after that, a couple penalties were thrown as well.
Yeah, it doesn't look like in the area of holding. I don't know if maybe there were some extracurriculars after the play.
One of the offensive linemen for Lackawanna was signaling face mask. And it was. That was a face mask on Eden North Collins defense. So the 2-point conversion will stand. There's now 14-0 Lackawanna with 11:50 remaining in the second quarter.
Yep, and I believe that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So big chance for Lackawanna to pin this Raider offense deep for their third drive. And now if you're Eden, you need to make something happen on this drive. Whether you have some kind of trick play, a flea flicker, some kind of big play, just to get your juices going and get your momentum back in this game to get something going in this drive and hopefully score, because you really can't afford too many 3-and-outs if you're Eden, because Lackawanna is right there. They're ready to put in the kill shot or the final one here in this first half.
And then so far, it's just been a nice mix of run and pass, mainly towards the running side, but that big touchdown pass that they had in the first quarter to help them get their first lead of the game. And then you just saw there from Amir Douglas to extend their lead 2-12, getting that 2-point conversion to make it 14-0. And that's one of the things about these penalties. Look at where Lackawanna is starting off this kickoff. The Raiders own 45-yard line, not Lackawanna's. With a high kick, going around the 25, and he's met up immediately and taken down. That was number 7, Sam. Number 7, Sam Tambakis.
Yeah, Tambakis very smartly catches that one in the air. You know, he actually could have called for a fair catch. He might have been smart too. He could have avoided a hit, but you see what Lackawanna was doing there. Do a short kick, see if your guys can land on it, or if it knocks on the ground, your guys are right there to try to come up with a recovery. But if you're Eden, you really need to make something happen quickly on this drive.
With the man under center, Sweet towards that left side as he ends up getting the ball carrier, cutting up to the left side. The 45 past the midfield marker, down to the 40-yard line. And that's what they'll officially spot him. Eden North Collins starting off strong on this drive to start off the second quarter.
Yeah, the Lackawanna defense did not see the fake there, and that left side of the offensive line was wide open for him to go through. He had a giant hole and was able to get down to the 40. That's the big play that Eden needed right now.
So they placed it at the 40-yard line. And that was off that misdirection play. Baker had it first, then handed off to Sweet, and was able to get the hole he needed to cut it to the outside. Now it's Sweet under center, able to run it up the gut. Still staying on his feet, getting the first down and more. 2 plays, 2 first downs for Eden North Collins.
I think they have the momentum now. They went back to the middle. I believe they like some kind of matchup they have on that left side, because both of those plays have been on the left side between the guard and the tackle. So it looks like Eden's going to keep attacking there and then set up for something on the right side, get all the attention of Lackawanna focused over there as they often compensate, then make a play on the right side.
That was Stephen Woods, the senior, as the ball carrier, moving it to the 25, picking up 15 yards. It's 8 inch closer to the red zone. Under center, snap, they give the Sweet once more. They're going to try and stick to the left side. But this time, able to get positive yardage, but not as much as the previous 2 plays. Taken down right around the 22, maybe 21-yard line. Just picking up a couple yards on that first down carry.
And again, it's just a simple toss play over to Sweet. And it's got to be, this is just a tough offense as a defensive linebacker to follow, because there's so many moving parts and there's so many places the ball can go.
Sweet in motion. This time they fake it, trying to go to the right side. But a nice tackle there by Lackawanna's defense. Looked like that might have been number 59, Angel Rivera, the junior. Hard time to see who the ball carrier was, but nonetheless, I mean, only picking up, excuse me, getting it back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain, be 3rd down and 7. It's a snap. Fumble on the play. Did Lackawanna get it? And still haven't seen an official word yet. You hear from the cheer that is the Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers got it.
Okay, so the Steelers did recover the ball. They'll officially put it at the 25-yard line. They didn't see the official word from the referee, but nonetheless, a drive there by Eden North Collins that looked promising, but all it takes is one cough of the ball and then able to get a big turnover by the Steelers defense.
I mean, you said it perfectly. That drive was going so well for Eden, and then, you know, the only problem with that formation, you know, it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of handoffs, and if you're a little off, you can leave it on the ground. And that time, Lackawanna took advantage. We've had a couple fumbles in this game, and Lackawanna's recovered all of them, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Here's the snap. Getchell looking deep downfield. Got a man open. What is short? Had a man wide open. That was number 13, Javar Davis, the senior.
Yeah, Getchell knows that was short. In fact, right after the play, he was doing a couple push-ups on his own, saying, hey, it's my fault, I made the mistake. So they'll come back to 2nd down and 10, and I think they'll go right back to throwing the football.
Yeah, and you definitely see Getchel's not afraid to get it downfield to try to move the offense quickly. And it looks like they're going to stick to it with that shotgun formation. Do have a chance to do a draw play as well. Got to get to their own 34 to pick up the first. Quick pass, that is caught by Shaheem Smalls, getting some extra blocking to around the 30. And he might have gotten past the 30 at around the 31, and he did. A pickup of 7 yards to set up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, just a simple screen to the outside is Smalls. His job, make the catch and then make one guy miss. That's all he did. Able to get to the outside, 5 yards. You'll take it if you're Lackawanna, 3rd and 3. You'll take that every time.
So going to go 4 wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Threet's in there at running back. Getchell with the snap. Fake. Trying to get away to evade it. He's still up on his feet. And now he is taken down. Officially there was number 72, Harrison Lenz, the junior. And then you just saw a plethora of Eden North Carolina's defenders to make sure Getchell didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, you had a couple of DBs come all the way in and push the pile as well. We've seen, so far this season, those big piles, you think it's over, and then all of a sudden they get an extra 2 or 3 yards because the offense keeps pushing and the defense stops. But good job by this Eden defense coming up with a stop, forcing this 4th down.
And a good job by the Eden North Carolina's defense. Offensively, they coughed up the ball. Defense, they're able to get Lackawanna into a 3-and-out situation. Matt Sweet, their main guy, is the punt returner. Snap, little high, but Page able to boot it. That is high, just got over, and it's going to stay in Eden North Carolina's territory, but just off the edge into the midfield marker, officially at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that punt was down by number 31, Caleb Kinsey for Lackawanna. Special thing about him, the fact that kid is on the field is really miraculous. The senior tight end linebacker, he battled lymphotic Ridge Classic Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he beat it. We did a story on him in our Western New York Athletics, a football report magazine a couple weeks ago. Our Kyra Demos asked him what the battle was like. He said, hey, it wasn't too bad. It was nothing. And you can see it. He's back on the field. How many 17-year-olds would battle lymphoma and say, it wasn't no match for me? And he's back on the field playing football. Just a fantastic story to see him out there. He's one of the heart and soul of this Lackawanna team.
Here's the snap. Sweet trying to go downfield. This pass is intercepted. And it's Ashlyn Alexander Hall that picks up the interception in one play. And already Lancaster with big 2 defensive stops.
Yeah, I think that time Sweet was just trying to make a little bit too much happen. At the replay here, Sweet kind of throws it, and yeah, he shouldn't have thrown that into double coverage. His man had no chance to make a catch, let alone he had trouble just defending it, and Hall was able to pick it off. And as much as Lackawanna had it punted away, they get it right back, and they have a chance to go up 3 scores going into the half.
Yeah, Tayson Slayton was the intended receiver. Right now you got Threets in the backfield along with Shamar Ware. But Ware is going to get it. Trying to shake off one defender, shakes off another. And is immediately met up by another wall. He's still going, bringing with about 6-7 guys. And that is enough for Lackawanna first down. How about that from Shamar Ware, the senior captain, not giving up on the play.
And that's why you made him there. That's why Lackawanna made him their fullback. He has good speed, he has great size and power. You saw it there as he gets about 7 yards after he probably only shouldn't got 2. It looks like he's on the sideline right now resting up, but he deserves that rest after that big play.
I had to double check the roster to make sure what his height and weight was, and it's, again, not a shocker what he was able to do. 6'1", 225 pounds. Now just on the field, just taking a breather. He definitely earned it as he helped his offense move the chains.
Yeah, hopefully it's a breather, and he'll be back in a little bit.
Pushing up the center, still on his
Now
feet.
still trying to get that extra blocking, trying to help their ball carrier move it up. It was past the 30, and it's right at around the 33-yard line to bring up a second down.
You can say, these are only, 6-7 yards, which is significant, but not a ton. It's not like he's going 70 yards all the way to the end zone. But runs like this are demoralizing for a defense when you're already down, and this just comes down to man on man. We have 5 guys who are just more physical, more powerful than your 5 guys. We can push you around, and ultimately that is what really takes you through the rest of the game, is the fact that one team can beat the other.
Going to go with the 2 wide receiver set. Getchell with his running back, Threets in the backfield. He gets the toss. Trying to cut it to the outside, getting a little bit of the blocking. Now able to make a quick direction and go upfield to around the 40-yard line, a pickup of 7, and another Lackawanna first down.
Yeah, no one there for the Eden defense on their right side. Just a quick handoff to the right, and the only one there was 27. That was Slating, but he was already blocked, and there was another blocker for Lackawanna to make that an easy run there.
So right now it's got 5 minutes and 30 seconds and counting remaining here in the first half. And it looks like Threets, the running back, who just had that miraculous play to get the Lackawanna first down, is down on the sidelines. Getchell slipping, able to stay up, ends up fumbling the ball.
Ball is out.
Another fumble on the ground between both sides, and Eden North Collins recovers it.
Raiders recover the ball at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Geschel, I think there was another case, quarterback trying to do a little bit too much. He was looking downfield. I don't think he realized how close those defenders were. He might have been better off just trying to run with it. But he was looking downfield, and he ends up losing the ball. And now this is an opportunity for Eden. You've had your chances. You've been able to move the ball a little bit. Now it's time to put together a full drive. You have 40 yards, 5 minutes. It's time to put together a full drive, go into the end zone, and put yourself within 1 score going into the half.
That's at Lackawanna's 40-yard line. Here's the snap and the toss play to their guy, Sweet, trying to break through. Able to get a little bit of a hole and gain about a couple yards, close to around that 35-yard marker. They place it around the 36.
Yeah, again, they're going to that left side between the left guard, left tackle. It's where they really like the matchups over there. That's also away from Sonny, and So I imagine that's probably a good reason why you run to that side.
Sticking with that same formation on the previous play. Now Sweet under at quarterback, and a great job trying to give it to their fullback. They got some forward progress, and that Lancaster defense says, hold up, we got the strength in numbers, we'll push you back. But nonetheless, they got some positive yardage to set up a third down.
Yeah, and that's the play you wanted. The linemen love these kind of plays where they're able to tight splits, and all they have to do is go forward, and it's just kind of like, you're still blocking the same guy in front of you, but now that you have somebody right on your hip, it somehow just makes it easier if you're a lineman, and you're able to get a few extra yards. It's like you're part of a train, and, it just makes it easier to keep pushing.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 3. That was Stephen Woods on the ball carrier the last play. The snap, toss, over to Sweet, as he's exactly at the 30-yard marker. 30-yard line. It's right by the first down marker, and the line judge says, let's go ahead and move the chains. It looks like Sweet is a little bit slow to get up. Now he's up on his feet.
You don't love that. Yeah, you don't love that sign if you're Eden. Sweet has to come out of the game, so we'll figure out what they have to do. Luckily, they have the 2 formations, and they just need someone to maybe take his spot in the backfield at running back. But he's someone you don't want out for long if you're Eden.
I'm looking at the Lackawanna sidelines. Antoine Threets looks like he's up on the sidelines. And it looks like number 4, Amir Douglas, look like he's being attended to by one of the trainers. Little over 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's the snap. Kind of just go with a draw play up the middle. Usually you see that, in the goal line stands, kind of that QB sneak play, but nonetheless, positive yardage is positive yardage. And they got a good amount of it as well. Pickup of about maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you're looking for. Hey, at the end of the day, if you can get 3 yards, if you think about it, 3.3 yards is almost 10 yards. So the old adage is you're looking for 3 yards of play. And, that play was 3 yards, and they can keep putting those together. You'll eventually get a first down.
Here's the snap. Sweet back into the game, and he's immediately swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. And it was Justin Page along the edge, as well as Shamar Ware, that was able to make that offensive play go into negative yardage. And now Lackawanna will now call timeout with 2:18 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, that's it's the play that Eden has been running to the left side all game long. That time it was Page was able to sniff it out early and make the play in the backfield. And it's going to force Eden, I think, really to throw the ball on 3rd and long.
Those both teams in their huddles trying to come up with the next big play. I know they haven't had a good amount of success throwing the ball for Eden North Collins, but do you think you might expect a possible pass play here that maybe fool Lackawanna's defense?
I think if you have it, now is probably the time to run it. I think you probably do some kind of fake pass play on 3rd down, save your shotgun for 4th down when you need it. I think that's what you do. I don't know if I love the idea of trying to run again to set yourself up for a good 4th down. I would say give yourself 2 pass plays here to try to get that first down and keep the drive alive.
Well, they got to get to the 20-yard line to pick up the first down. They're going to go that shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers set. Sweet. Feeling the pressure. Going downfield. Has a man open! And gets the touchdown. Billy Yon, the junior, getting right by the last line of defense. That was Ashlyn Alexander Hall, able to beat him out off a beautiful throw by Matt Sweet to cut this lead now down to 8.
And if you saw the replay, Sweet was in all that traffic. I don't know how he saw all over everybody, but he did, and he's just able to get the pass off to Jan, who he has to really run and outstretch his arms to make that catch, and Eden right back in this game.
Here's the PAT. It is up, and it is good by the junior Carson Tajira. So Matt Sweet throwing a 27-yard dart over to Billy Yon, and the extra point is good. And the lead's now cut down the half with 2:10 remaining in the second quarter. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
14-7 is our score here at Lackawanna High School with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Have plenty of football action also going around today, and keeping it going here throughout the weekend of high school football, and it's just been tremendous football action. And what we saw here throughout this game so far, Francis, it seemed to be one edge, all leaning towards Lackawanna, but that dart from Sweet to Billy Yon, able to gain some momentum back for that Eden North Collins squad.
And you know what? Eden's been knocking on the door all game long for this entire first half. It's just usually something comes in their way. Usually it's a turnover or something. That time they're able to remember they recover the fumble, And then finally they have the big pass play to get in the end zone.
And Shaheem Smalls, the return man, getting it around the 36-yard line. So 2 minutes, 1 second left to go here in the half. And we've seen Getchell throw the ball down the field. So they do have an opportunity to try to put more points on the board before the end of the half.
I think Lackawanna still has 1 or 2 timeouts. So if I'm them, I'm going to start running the ball. And that pistol, bouncing to the outside, he has a lot of success with that. Get a couple yards there, and then I'll go to my shotgun attack with Ketchel from the 40. Have him take a few shots down the field, see if he can do some short throws.
And Eden North Collins will call their timeout.
Timeout Raiders.
Yeah, I think it looked. I don't think Eden was quite ready. I think they thought Lackawanna was go right in the shotgun, and instead they went in the pistol. And so Eden wants to regroup, and they want to prevent them from picking up a big run play to start the drive.
At the end of the half, please stick with us and join us as our varsity cheerleaders.
This isn't the only football game action going on. Portville is currently in action against Clymer Sherman Panama, and I feel like I see every score, but I'm always a little bit baffled to see how games are being played so far. They just started the second quarter. Do you want to take a guess what the score is?
Oh, I already saw it.
Oh, you cheater. What are you looking at my phone?
Well, I was looking for the game on there. I had the same idea you did.
Okay.
And then I saw you had it. I'm like, okay, good.
Well, Portville is up on CSP on the road 2-0.
What else could happen? I mean, we've already had, 2 upsets last night. We had a double overtime game Thursday night between Burgard and Newport. Who says you can't have a safety?
Well, after watching the Bills-Dolphins game, I guess there's any way it could be a safety.
Yeah, that's true.
So they go to that shotgun formation for Lackawanna. 3 wide receiver set. Here comes Douglas. Spin move. Trying to run up the middle. Trying to do another spin move past Battleston. But him and Sweet will help him bring him down along with number 2, Connor Baker. They did get some positive yardage, so it'll bring up second down. The clock keeps ticking.
Yeah, they Lackawanna, I think, wanted a – oh, that's a favorable spot for Lackawanna there. I only thought they got a couple yards, so they give them 5. But, good start for Lackawanna. I would like to see the Quace Pickett. I know they said I wanted to run, but I would like to see the Quace Pickett a little bit.
Here's a quick pass over to Page, trying to get an extra block from Smalls, able to break it through, and Sweet able to bring him down, but not before another Lancaster first down. So that clock will temporarily start, but it'll stay there as Lackawanna called another timeout. 1 minute, 16 seconds left to go.
All right, so now you're set up. Your Lackawanna 116. I think you might have 1 timeout left. But, maybe you have 1 play over the middle, but you're staying in your shotgun. And then have Billy Geschel has the arm from here, 45 yards. He can throw it right to the end zone, and he's got a bunch of big receivers who can make plays to catch the ball in the end zone.
Now let's see what they try to do there. If not, maybe a little bit of some trickery as well. I mean, it seems like in this situation, Lackawanna could just, I shouldn't say do whatever they want to, but they're having that success, whether it's running, whether it's throwing. They do have some misdirectional plays that they have in their arsenal as well that they can try to go to as well that they haven't used yet.
Yeah, maybe they have a double pass, although I think in a close game like this, you might want to save that for the fourth quarter. I would see if you can try to get a score with something more traditional here, get the 2-score lead, and maybe use that double pass or trick play in the second half. But that certainly is on the table if you have something like that. And look, Eden right now, they're expecting the run. They only have Sweet back there at safety.
Here's now Getchel feeling the pressure, rolling out to the left. Penalty markers down. Pass was deflected, but it is caught. But there's going to be a good chance that one might be coming back.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looked like there was holding the backfield. Still, great play by Page. That ball was tipped by the defender, and somehow he still caught that, went to the ground. We'll see what the flag is.
do have one score update so far. Through the second quarter of play, St. Joe's is up on St. Mary's 27-0.
And it looks like, that call was holding on Lackawanna, so we'll make it first and about 21. So big break for Eden after scoring that touch. Oh, that's going to go back even farther.
It looks like the refs are having a extra discussion here in the broadcast booth. It should be at the 40, and that's where they're going to officially put it. So looks like it's second down.
First down.
Excuse me, first down, 25.
With about 25 to go, ball on the 40.
And the clock's already running for Lackawanna, so you better get that snap off quick.
I'll stay with that shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Getchell trying to go deep. Pass is caught at the midfield marker. One spin move and close to the 45 at around the 46. So to get a good chunk of yardage back, but that clock will keep ticking.
Yeah, I would have liked it. The receiver would have went outside, went out of bounds. But they do get the yardage, so maybe it sets up for one final Hail Mary here.
And Lackawanna is going to call their timeout after that passing catch from Getchell to Page that picked up a gain of 14 yards. And the clock stops at 28 seconds.
All right, so if you're Lackawanna, you have, what do you visit, second or third down?
28 seconds left in the first half.
Should say third down. I got third down on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Now that I think about it, that was first down on that pass play, so it should be second down. Yeah, I believe it is second down because that was first and 25. Should be second and 11. So you have a few opportunities. So this changes things up between second and third down. So you can still, I think you have one play over the middle if you're Lackawanna. You can get away and spike, but that's about it. Other than that, you're taking shots at the end zone.
I also don't know how many timeouts Lackawanna has.
I think
we
that
had
might
the
be
two.
their final
I don't
one.
know if that may have been the final
yeah,
one.
Yeah, that was their final.
So, yeah, they got no timeouts left. So you got to figure maybe in this situation, maybe just get a quick pass to the right side, go out of bounds immediately, make it a little bit shorter for third down.
Yeah, unless your team has practiced spiking. That would be the one thing you could do.
Well, they go 4 wide receivers. Here's the snap. Getchell looking. Pass is caught, and immediately Shaheem Smalls will go out of bounds. He was about 2, maybe 3 yards short of the first down marker. Took 6 seconds off the clock as it stops at 22.
Yeah, just, and you called it, Jake. Just to pass to the outside, get right out of bounds, and it doesn't take too much time off the clock. It is third down, so you still need to get the first down here to keep this going. But we'll see what they do.
That was an 8-yard pickup, so it'll be third down. Getchell trying to go deep downfield. That's Shaheem Smalls, and it falls incomplete. It was in the double coverage, but a good job by Billy Yon to help break up the pass.
Yeah, Yon makes another big play. We saw he just caught the touchdown a little bit earlier, and that time defending, and he just goes and knocks that ball down. I think it may have went off his shoulder, but plays that pass perfectly. Doesn't try to go too fancy and go for the pick. Just tries to knock his down, does his job.
So now Getchell has his running back three to his left side.
And then you see now Jan has joined Sweet in the secondary, so it's Eden just looking for something in the end zone.
Being used as an extra safety. Getchell throwing, and it is incomplete. It's well past the intended receiver, number 13. That was, I believe that was Javar. It was Javar Davis, the senior. So Eden North Collins, a big stop there as Lackawanna was moving, and the Raiders able to get a nice defensive effort to at least go into the half down by a touchdown.
They get a little help from the holding call in Lackawanna, but ultimately it comes down to the secondary just playing smart defensively, keeping everything in front of them, and just knocking down these long passes.
So they'll take a knee as the clock will
Raiders take a knee.
Wind down, and that clock will hit right down the 0 as we officially done with the first half in this big league matchup in the Class C Central Division between Eden North Collins and Lackawanna. Steelers up on the Raiders 14-7. I want to thank everyone so far for tuning into this broadcast live on Western New York Athletics. My name is Jacob Fyock. Alongside with me is Francis Beck. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have a little bit of out-of-town scores and a halftime report on this game so far.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics for our halftime show between Lackawanna and Eden North Collins. So far, the Steelers are on top of the Raiders 14-7. And throughout this first half, been more of a dominant effort on Lackawanna's side, but Eden North Collins has capitalized on a couple of situations, including a fumble recovery in Lackawanna territory that ended up with a touchdown. They're able to get the extra point, and that is where our score is now at 14-7. But before we go into this game, let's talk about some of the other actions that we've had the past couple of days here in Western New York.
Yeah, it's week 5 of the high school football season. We've already had some fantastic games. It started Thursday night. Burgard defeated Lewiston Porter 12-6 in overtime. This one was a defensive struggle throughout these teams. We're going back and forth. Burgard didn't even score their first touchdown. They didn't get inside the red zone until the fourth quarter of this one, but they pull out the victory in double overtime on a touchdown by Doug Washington. Friday, we had a bunch of fantastic games, including 2 big upsets. Remember last week, if you tuned in, we had a couple big games. There's obviously Kenesha St. Joe's, but there was Williamsville East and Sweet Home, a big battle in A2. That was a classic game, 42-35, Will East won. Well, both of those teams come back and they lose. They were upset. Williamsville East lost to Kenmore West, and Sweet Home lost to Hamburg at home. So right now, McKinley, they were able to get the win last night. They take full control in Class A2 in that one. So a couple upset wins there. We had Williamsville North pull off a victory over Lockport last night. But the big game, the one I know you, let's talk about the one you were at first. Maryville, Cassadaga Valley Falconer, big game in Class B2, but it's the Flyers who ultimately hold on to stay undefeated 13-7.
Yeah, Justice Hill was the big integral part of the offense for Maryville, along with him and their quarterback Schiller. And it was interesting where Schiller was able to get the big gains. It was Hill when they needed them the most in the end zone. Came into that game with 10 rushing touchdowns. That's the same exact amount he had last year as a junior. But came into that game with 10 touchdowns on the ground, got 2 more on the night to give him 12 on the season. They were able to pick up, a big needed win there to not only keep their undefeated season alive, but just to push them forward in the class standings.
And, of course, the big game last night, the private-public clash that people have been waiting for years with a capital W, is between Canisius and Lancaster, and it lived up to the billing. 24-20, Lancaster pulls out the victory. Micah Harry, the star, 20 carries, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. This one was back and forth until the very end when Lancaster, I believe they scored the final touchdown. These teams were trading leads back and forth. It's certainly one for the ages. It's one on our air, so go back later this afternoon tonight and you can rewatch it if you haven't seen it already. Fantastic all-around broadcast. We had our man Mario Hall. He was down. I think he went through the whole stadium and got a shot. I think everybody there. We saw Dean Adams there. It was one of those classic games to watch, one of those great ones as well. I'm trying to see what else happened. Friday night, we had Medina get a win, had a close win over East Royal Holland. They stay undefeated. Olean defeated Cheektowaga 28-20. We had Fredonia defeat Silver Creek 41-7. Another big game in Class C South. Southwestern takes full control of that division, 15-10 winners over Salamanca. So good Friday night of football. And then Saturday, today, the other game happening is CSP at Portville, a big Class C, Class D battle. I don't know if we were able to find a score for how that one's going. But we do know Orchard Park is up 7-0 early in that one over Hutch Tech. Let's see if we can pull up the other game here. It looks like it's still 2-0 Portville over CSP in this one. In that one. That is also on Western New York Athletics. So great weekend of high school football. Of course, we have a 14-7 battle here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's been a big integral part of, surprising with the amount of run game we've seen so far, actually. 2 of the touchdowns have gone through the air. We had, starting off with Lackawanna, they had a big touchdown to start off with their quarterback, Billy Getchell, to Justin Page, who had an amazing one-handed grab to get him on the board up 6-0. They couldn't get the 2-point conversion. And then Amir Douglas, their sophomore, picked up a much-needed rushing touchdown to start off the second quarter to go up 12-0. They did get the two-point conversion that time to go up 14-0. And then towards the end of the second quarter, Eden North Collins responded off a fumble recovery by their defense. Matt Sweet throwing a 27-yard touchdown pass from Sweet to Billy Yon to go up to go down 14-6, and the PAT was good to make it now a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, you saw an Eden team that they were certainly down, but they were never out. They kept this game close, and finally they were able to jump on the one fumble and move the ball down the field, and that touchdown pass from Sweet. I know it's not necessarily the highlight that was the first touchdown that Page made, the one-handed grab, but what Sweet had to battle through, throw it up, and then Jan just, his outstretched arms is able to make the play of the touchdown, changed really the complexion of this game, and it's going to make it a fun game. Again, let's not forget, first place in Class C Central on the line. That means a lot to both of these teams in Week 5. Playoffs not too far away from us. And these teams are right now jockeying for the tradition of what's going to be a fun Class C playoff race.
2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in our first half intermission. We will take a break in the action, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the second half between Lackawanna and Eden North Collins.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. My name is Jacob Fayok. Alongside with me is Francis Beck as we're live here at Lancaster High School for this Class C Central matchup between the Lackawanna Steelers and the Eden North Collins Raiders. Steelers up on the Raiders 14-7 as we are just about to get started with the second half. And didn't even get a chance to talk about a little bit in the halftime show, some adjustments on both sides. I guess from Eden North Collins' perspective is just try to find a way to protect the ball a little bit more when you're, trying to get down the field, because they've had some opportunities where, if they weren't, coughing up the ball, they could have had this game tied up. And as for Lackawanna, is take advantage of those big situations, especially in the passing game, because they've had a couple situations where some drop passes has led to touchdown opportunities.
That's right. Yeah, there was a couple drop passes that could have been touchdowns, and they need to protect Geschel a little better too. Keep him upright, let him make plays in the pocket. Don't force him to get out of the pocket all of the time. That is going to hurt you. That's exactly what Eden wants, for him to be throwing off balance all game.
Our officials for today's game is John Drobitz. Umpire is James Wilson. Linesman is Chas Graver. Line judge is Ken Thrun. And back judge is Eric Danheiser. And still staying on his feet is Shamar Ware past the 35 and officially down at the 37-yard line. Just when you think you have him stop in his tracks, he's still up on his feet and able to gain more yardage.
I would not want to be on the other side, that man who was hit from Eden. If you saw the Eden player went down for a bit, he's fine, he's okay, but that was a little bit of a violent hit. I'm glad I'm up here, I'm safe up here, and was not on the field for that one.
It was a little bit similar to that Maryville Falconer game yesterday where Harper had to pick up a first to end the game. He didn't truck one guy, he trucked two guys to pick up a first down. Here's the snap. And getting it past the 40-yard line to around the 45, maybe 45, pick up about 6 yards.
And what's scary is that Harper's probably, half the size of Ware? So that shows you how much strength that Harper has to be able to do that. Not that Ware, he has a ton of strength as well, but Harper is a little bit of a smaller guy. He's actually a baseball player, believe it or not, and doing that. I think he's going to be playing the next level too. I'm not sure if his future college coach would love to see that.
He's Division I committed over at Georgia Southern. Here's the snap. Here's now Threets using his burst of speed, shaking off one defender. Now cutting to the outside to the 45, 35, 30. Trying to stay in bounds, and now he just has to just go out of bounds. But nonetheless, a big pickup there from one big man running back to another. Austin Threets able to help Lackawanna get into Eden, North County's territory.
And this is really what Lackawanna was having the most success with to start this game, was running up the middle out of that pistol formation, wearing Threets, and this is where the bread and butter of this Lackawanna offense is.
So right now they got two wide receivers, Shamar Ware with Threets in the backfield. The ball's at the Raiders' 28-yard line. Here's the snap. They give once more. Juking, trying to get right through, taking about 3 Raider defenders to bring him down, but not before getting it around the 20-yard line, just a bit short of the first down marker.
But if they're sticking with that pistol. Lackawanna, you love this right now. You're running up the gut. You're getting the yards you want to, and this is very easy blocking. If you're they're center and guards, they love to run to block, in a straight line and make, just make easy holes for their running backs.
It's about as dominant of an offensive start they had, just like they did on their opening drive to begin this game. Getchell gets the snap, giving it over to Shamar Ware. Trucked one guy, but able to hold on for dear life to grab his legs and bring him down. That was Stephen Woods that felt that hit, but able to bring the tackle down to only give it a couple yards and still short of the first down marker.
And Stephen Woods has some stones there. He went in there. He knew he was going to get trucked, but he managed to stay there and is able to hold Ware down. And with his teammates and able to prevent him getting the first down, is going to set up 3rd and short.
Ashland Alexander Hall and Justin Page as the wide receivers. This time they give it over to Douglas, able to get a little bit of blocking, picking up the first down and more as he's taken out of bounds, but a penalty marker is down at around the 20-yard line in the backfield. And it's going to be a holding against the Steelers.
And that's the last thing they wanted on that play. I think they got it on the block around the edge, and I think the defender was number 7. I think they said they maybe held him illegally and prevented him from making the play. So it's going to make up 3rd and long, and that's the break that Eden's been looking for all drive long.
Now, I don't know if you just noticed that, Francis, from the head official of John Drobitz, but it looked like he showed 2 signals of 2 penalties.
I don't know.
It looked like it was a block in the back and a holding, but I guess it doesn't matter at the end of it. It's still going to be a 3rd and long.
Yeah,
I just
don't
didn't know
think-
if there was maybe like 2 penalties or 1.
Yeah, I think because they're both live penalties, it's not like they consecutive onto each other where you get a 30-yard penalty instead of 15.
Gotcha.
I think they just count the one that is the most damaging.
So staying with that 2 wide receiver set with a 3rd down and 12. Toss play to Douglas to the outside, trying to get to the 1st down marker. Looks like he's going to be very close. If not, he's at least short by a yard.
Very close to the first down marker.
They have him right at the 20-yard line, but I believe they needed to get to the 19 to pick up the 1st.
19 or the...
And they'll spot the ball at the 20-yard line.
The 20, yeah, I think that, yeah, so it's going to make it about 4th and 1 yard.
So in one play, they're able to regain the amount of yardage off that penalty, set them up a 4th and 1. Douglas is in the backfield, has that speed. Snap, they give it to him, and he's wrapped up and taken down. That was number 56, Asher Parnitsky, the junior.
Yeah,
And
he jumped right through the line and made that play. Let's see.
Well, Eden North Collins is celebrating as if it was a turnover on downs, and it looks like that's what it's going to be. The chain gain's not going to be out there to get a second look. So a big turnover on downs by this Raiders squad, and now for the first time in the second half, their offense comes out onto the field.
All right, scoring update from Orchard Park. They lead Hutch Tech 14-0. Dylan Evans, breaking news, has broken the school record at Orchard Park for touchdowns. That's from our Tom Prince.
Brought down. Looks to be a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
And that was Matt Sweet there on the carry, picking about a couple of yards.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
So they have him just at the 24-yard line.
And if the Eden defense did their job, now it's up to the Eden offense. Go back to your running game that you've been having a ton of success with out of this big bird bunch formation, and then come out with some kind of big pass play out of here.
Once again, the Sweet, they try to run it up the gut, trying to get to the 25. You may have gotten maybe an extra yard to the 26, but nonetheless, the Steelers holding strong, only allowing just about a yard, maybe 2, to set up a 3rd down.
And you know what, if you're Lackawanna, that's exactly what you want to do, and you want to force right now Eden to pass the ball, because they really, other than that one touchdown pass, they haven't had really any success throwing the football. So that's what you want to do. Spread them out. Remember, it's Lackawanna has the athletes. They're the ones that have Shaheem Smalls. They have Alexander Hall, and they have Threets. They have Davis, guys on the outside who can make big plays.
3rd down and 5 with 6:45 and counting to go in the 3rd. Here's the snap, the give, and getting tackled from behind, but not before picking up a Raiders 1st down. Brendan O'Donnell, the senior, able to cut it to the right side and get more than enough to move the chains.
Brendan O'Donnell, the Raiders' 2nd leading rusher, senior on this team, comes into the game with 261 yards that time. He just takes it up to the right side. Remember, most of the first half, Eden North Collins was going to the left side. This time they go right, and he's able to get enough for the 1st down.
O'Donnell had 126 yards and 11 carries, one of those finding the end zone of the win over JFK. This time, it's Sweet. And I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage. If not, he may have gotten a yard.
Yeah, it looks like that Lackawanna defense is going to be keying on Sweet. I think the message at halftime, if you're Coach Tardif, was probably, we're not going to let Matt Sweet beat us. We're going to make someone else beat us, because right now Sweet has been the only one beating us or any team really in Section 6 that they've played so far.
So he didn't get anything on that one, so bring up a 2nd down and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Sticking with that same formation, looks like that's Jan in at quarterback. This time, draw play, didn't see much, just ran it up the middle, trying to get maybe about a yard, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
3rd down and 9. Ball moved up to the 32.
And you know, if you're Eden, I think it's time you come up with the pass play. I think you'll do the shotgun formation. I know you haven't had a ton of success with it, but you got to do something right now, because this Lackawanna defense is keying on their assignments when they're in that big bird sort of close formation, power formation.
Yeah, and that's showing the tough interior battle for Lackawanna, including Sunday Ikegwanu, who's been very dominant part in clogging up those holes for the run game up the middle. Here's the snap. Play action pass. Sweet rolling it downfield. And this is intercepted. Picked off by number 22 from the Steelers. That is Jeremy Perez, the junior. Second interception of the game for Matt Sweet. And Lackawanna will take over at around their 43-yard line.
Yeah, Perez now leads the team with 5 interceptions on the season, but that play was set up really by Sunday. He was chasing Sweet in the backfield, forced him to get rid of that ball earlier than he probably should have, and Perez was right there to make the play. Big break for Lackawanna, the chance to go up 2 scores in this one.
So you got 4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Lackawanna up by 1 touchdown, hoping to get back up to a 2-score lead like they had before the end of the second quarter. Here's the snap. Pass, that is caught. Gonna pass the 45, trying to get to the midfield marker. And I think he's down still in their own territory at the 49-yard line. Once again, that was number 13, Javar Davis, the senior, able to get that quick pass and catch to get up some big yardage.
And you know what? Usually after a turnover, you get a defense comes out and they want to be aggressive. They because you know they're usually a little frustrated, a little angry. They want to get to the quarterback. They want to make the play right away. So quick passes. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a screen here pretty soon because this defense reading is going to be a little aggressive off that turnover.
4 wide receivers set. Pass caught by Shaheem Smalls. He's got the speed, the extra blocking at around the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Lackawanna first down.
Yeah, all the attention was on Getchell in the backfield, and it was Smalls almost unnoticed. This is their 3rd leading receiver on this team. 11 catches, 167 yards coming into today's game. He was very much open in that play. He just simply makes the catch and goes forward, picking up the first down.
4 years on this team. He's a 3-year starter and the leader on this Lackawanna team as the teammates rally around him, and is shown to be a very vocal guy in the practice as well to get his team pumped and ready. Getchell, pressure, caught, and able to corral it in was Ashland Alexander Hall, the senior.
Yeah, that time the defensive line almost got to Getchell, but they're just so athletic, Lackawanna on the outside, that they're able to make plays. You know, he knew the ball was coming for him, was Alexander Hall, jumps up, makes the play, and is able to hold on as he's getting tackled.
So we got a couple substitutions coming in for Lackawanna that include Amir Douglas and Justin Page. Clock ticking at 2 minutes and 30 seconds and counting. This will be a 2nd down and 4 off that 6-yard pass to Alexander Hall. Shaheem Smalls motions from left to right. Here's the snap and the give. And it's Shamar Ware there able to pick up a first down.
Yeah, it looked like he was awful close there, but he's able to run up the middle, take the first down. It's Lackawanna what you want. Clock ticking. You're getting about 2 minutes to go in this third quarter, and you have a healthy mix, I think, of run and pass.
And Ware, along with Threets and Amir Douglas, who's shown to be a nice surprise this game as a sophomore, getting some big runs and having the only rushing touchdown in the game for the Steelers offense. He's back out there. Getchell faking the throw, trying to go downfield, and he is sacked by number 27, Tayson Slatane, the junior, pushing the Steelers offense a little bit back. That was a loss of about 5, maybe 6 yards.
Yeah, you saw Getchell with the pump fake. I think he was waiting for something to open up. I thought he looked like he had a receiver down up the seam, but I don't know if he saw him or something else. But that time the Slating was able to get there, comes from his backside, does not see him whatsoever, and gets the sack. Can this be what gets this Eden defense back into the game?
Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. 2nd down and 16. Ball at the Raiders' 36-yard line. Here's the snap. They give to Douglas, trying to use his speed to get some yardage. Has some blocking help. Flag is on the field. He got the first down, but there's a good chance this play might be coming back.
Yeah, that flag was thrown in the area of holding, although it is thrown a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it shouldn't take away too many yards. It might actually get him back to where the ball is spotted now. Look where that 2nd down marker is. I have a feeling the ball is going to be spotted at the exact same spot. Actually, they still gain 2 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15 of that one. But a break for Eden is that was a huge play to the left side.
Halftime at Panama as Portville and CSP stole 2-0 lead over there for Portville. Snap, they give to Douglas, trying to use his speed, staying up on his feet. And he's brought up by Jan, Sweet, and Battleson. Some of the main defenders, some of the best tacklers on this Eden North Collins squad. They get some positive yards to set up a 3rd down as we hit 0 here to bring an end to the 3rd quarter. Lackawanna and Eden North Collins still at a 14-7 score in favor of the Steelers. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have 4th quarter action in this Class C Central matchup.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Fourth quarter action about to start here at Lackawanna High School between the Steelers and the Eden North Collins Raiders. My name is Jacob Fyack. Alongside me is Francis Beck. And Francis, we've had another good low-scoring game so far, but still an entertaining one.
Yeah, both of these teams know what's on the line. First place in Class C Central, and they're both playing like it.
Getchell on the 3rd down, trying to throw it downfield, and it's intercepted. Inside the 5, exactly at the 5-yard line by the Raiders. Billy Yon, the junior, is playing one of the best defensive games this season for him. He's had some really good pass breakups, and now he gets an interception.
Yeah, he gets his 3rd interception on the year, and that time he's able to read Getchell's eyes and come down with it. You mentioned he's having a phenomenal game. He caught that touchdown pass. He gets a key interception there. He is certainly doing everything he can. He's right up there with Matt Sweet. Matt Sweet may be the one getting all the headlines, but Bill Young is the one making all the plays this afternoon.
But now a tall order for this Raiders offense as they got to go 95 yards down the field. This first down carry maybe got about a yard, maybe 2 on the play.
Yeah, you know what? And Lackawanna says if Eden's going to line up in that bunch formation, we're going to go in and stop it. We saw Eden last drive. They tried to pass out of the play-action fake, and it was Sunday pressuring Sweet into throwing an interception. So if you're Lackawanna, you feel pretty confident about defending this formation.
11:20 to play.
So it was officially a gain of 1 yard.
Another run up the
Running it
middle.
right up the gut.
Defenders, but
That was
ultimately
O'Donnell
brought down
there.
at around
The hole was just big enough for him to get through, and he sets up now a 3rd down and short, maybe about 1 yard to go.
Yeah, great run up the middle. This never say die mentality for Eden. You know, just after they go for they have no success for it in the first play, only get a yard. Next play they come back and they manage to get 8. So that's just a belief of this team that no matter what, that they can have success.
It's now 3rd down, 1 yard to go, and there was no gain on the play to set up a 4th down.
Jake, I think you go for it. I know you're inside your own 20, you're at your own 15, but at this stage in the game, I think you have to go for it. I know your defense has done decent, but I think this Lackawanna offense is just too good. I would not give him this. I would not give him the opportunity to get the ball back.
And Lackawanna's defense is in preparation as if they are going to go for it. Under center. The snap, the toss play, given over to Sweet. And it's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Do have an injured Raider down. The ball's at the 15. That's where the 1st down marker is. Right now, time has been called, as like mentioned, have an injured Raider down. Clock stopping at 9 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the game. And as they take an injury time out, it looks like the chain gain is moving. So the Eden North Collins on that 4th down did pick up the 1st down.
They picked up the 1st down, but it looks like it was Slating was the player who went down. Luckily for Eden, he was walking off under his own power, but he's been a key player, especially defensively, for this Raider team. They need him back in there if they want to come back in this one.
So he's able to walk off towards the sideline, still being attended to by the trainers. But right now, you know, let's talk about that call right there. I mean, it is 1 yard, but, you know, Francis, in that situation, you don't get that. You put Lackawanna in a beautiful situation to go up by 2 scores, and they were able to get just enough to move the chains.
Yeah, no, that was the game on the line. And what did they do? They went to their big man, Matt Sweet. They said, "Hey, Matt, 1 yard, you're our guy. Go get it." That's exactly what he did. He keeps this drive alive, and we're gonna see if Eden can make this drive, make it worthwhile.
Toss, it's over to Sweet, ends up fumbling it. Now he's going back, has to throw it downfield. And it's going to count as a pass. It's going to fall incomplete, and now the refs are going to discuss about the intentional grounding.
Yeah, I think he was still in the tackle box, and there was no one in the area. So that's intentional grounding, and luckily for him, he did it at the 1 yard line, or else it would be 2 points, and the ball would go right back to Lackawanna. But big break for the Steelers as the toss goes over Sweet hands, and they lose a lot of yardage.
And this puts them back right at the 1 yard line. It's going to be a 2nd down.
Ball down at about the 1 yard line. 2nd.
So 25 yards to go and pick up the 1st. They got to get to their own 26. Now here comes the shotgun formation with a 4 wide receiver set. A snap, Sweet, pass is deflected, and Justin Page able to deflect the pass, and it falls incomplete.
Remember, he caught the touchdown, first touchdown earlier in the game, and that time he was coming right for Sweet, and so rather than try to get the safety, he's like, just put my hands up, knock it down, and you bring up 3rd down.
We'll see what Eden does there on this play. You got to think, obviously, a throwing situation, but got to make sure you got to get as close to the 1st down marker as you can. Knowing what they did on their previous 4th and 1, they went for it. And Eden North Collins will have to burn a timeout with 9:32 remaining in the 4th quarter. They're down on Lackawanna 14-7. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching Western New York Athletics.
We realize now more than ever is the perfect time to have the perfect house. We're confident we'll find your dream home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.